Alright, let's begin. I think everybody's here. So welcome everybody. This is the first live webinar that we have done to introduce Green AC Genie to the marketplace. It's the first one we've done in 2014. So welcome everybody, and we hope you're going to enjoy and learn from the information that you will receive in the next few minutes. And welcome to anybody that may be listening to this in the future as well. We might release it as a recorded version. So what I'm going to talk to you briefly about today is a problem that you probably didn't know you had. Where you may be wasting up to 30% of your electricity and didn't know. It's going to be something you've probably never seen before, and there's very good reason for that. That's purely because this product hasn't been released until now. The product has had 12 years worth of research and development in the United States and 5 years worth of product testing before being released. And the Green AC Genie is now the exclusive product on the Australian market. So we're going to talk about air conditioning and refrigerators and freezers, basically cooling the business. And making the business cool can account for up to 70% of your electricity costs, and that will obviously vary depending on what type of business you have. If you've got more air conditioners, or you're involved in refrigeration or storing products in a cold room and things, that could be much higher. But generally up to 70% is about an average that can be spent on running air conditioners, fridges, freezers, cold rooms. So cool efficiency. To make cold, cooling systems remove the heat, and this is called heat transfer. Now, normal untreated systems that have not been treated with a Green AC Genie generally have a heat transfer rate of up to 70%. Even if it's a brand new, highly efficient system, 70% is the most that you're likely to get out of it. Now, that's obviously good. That's doing its job. It's cooling the office, it's keeping the drinks cold, it's keeping the freezer cold, it's keeping the cold room cold, whatever it might be. But it's not 100%, and that is where we would like to show you how we can improve the efficiency of that heat transfer and therefore reduce the amount of time that you need to run that compressor and therefore save you money on your electricity. So what's not cool? Basically, there's water in your system. Every system, whether new or old, has water inside the lines. Moisture and humidity, or water, which is H2O. Water gets in when the systems are built, and water gets in when the gas is put in or when lubricants are applied. So unless your refrigerant or air conditioning system was entirely built in a vacuum, which none of them are, then you will always have some moisture from the air and moisture around from the humidity. You will also have some moisture from the gas that's applied, because gas actually has a small amount of water in there as well. So the water problem. As the gas circulates around the system and as it goes from a high pressure to a low pressure, what happens is the water particles that are inside the gas and inside the lines actually freeze. And what that does is that takes away the efficiency of the gas and also wastes some of the energy as well. So when the compressor pumps the refrigerant through the expansion valve, the water freezes and the efficiency goes down, typically by up to 30%. And it doesn't take a lot. Just a single drop can affect the performance of an air conditioner. Ice crystals restrict or stop the flow of the refrigerant, causing loss of cooling. And also moisture in the form of water can turn into acid and can cause corrosion. This is generally inside the compressor with diodes and things like that, but they can reduce the lifespan of your compressor or internal components of your air conditioner. So the Green AC Genie removes the water. It's quite clever how the product works. Basically, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, and your oxygen and hydrogen molecules are bouncing together extremely quickly, nanoseconds, and this product, Green Genie, goes in and it actually creates a barrier between the hydrogen and oxygen and creates a strong pull to pull the hydrogen away. So effectively what happens is you're only left with the oxygen in the system, which doesn't cause any problems or affect the efficiency of the heat transfer. So what happens is your heat transfer rate goes from 70% up to as close to 100%, 99%. Once applied, the product breaks the bonds between the hydrogen and oxygen and removes the hydrogen from the system, and thus there's no more water. So a wish come true. So the added benefits of adding green, or should I say treating a system with Green AC Genie, is that it improves your heat rate transfer rate by over 70%, typically up to 99%. It removes oil fouling in the lines and keeps them clear, so it keeps the circulation good. It removes internal moisture and acid buildup, so this means it's not going to be deteriorating those internal components, which is going to increase the lifespan of that compressor or the other internal components. It reduces noise and vibration from the compressor. The Green Genie, once it's removed the hydrogen from the air, it actually goes into the compressor and acts as a lubricant. And it's far, far better a lubricant than anything else you'll probably find on the marketplace today. So when the compressor is running, particularly on startups, it can almost eliminate a lot of that vibration and compressor noise because it's a lot easier and there's less friction when it starts up. It extends the life of the compressor, reduces the maintenance cost, it revives hard-to-start units to normal running, improves both new and old systems, and it's also environmentally friendly and completely organic. So 12 years worth of research, 5 years worth of product testing, and is now available in Australia. Your power savings can range, typically, we haven't seen anything less than 17%, but typically from 15 up to 40%, depending on how inefficient your system is at the time. We have actually seen examples where that saving has been in excess of 40%, but that's quite a rare case and was with a refrigerant system that needed a service anyway. So that's basically it in a nutshell. So you may or may not have realized or known that you were wasting up to 30% of your electricity that you were currently spending on air conditioning and refrigerant systems, but now there's no need to do that anymore. So for a free and no obligation quote to treat your systems, please send your contact details to info@greenacgenie.com.au, or you can visit us on the website www.greenacgenie.com.au, and you can leave an inquiry on the website and one of our representatives will give you a call soon, and we would have to discuss with you some of the details for the equipment that you have. So we'd have to get the model numbers and sizes and things of the various equipment that you've got there and discuss your business hours, and then we can come back to you with a quote. All quotes are done including a service of your equipment as well, so that your machines and your air conditioners, refrigerators are all in top working order. They've all had a good service, they've all been tested for the right amount of gas and the filters cleaned, and then Green Genie applied, which is going to save you up to 30% off your electricity. So that's all from